Hey, welcome you to today's lesson in English language. Today we are going to talk about comprehension. I hope you enjoy this lesson. Like the meaning of comprehension, the word comprehension says it has to do with understanding. When someone says, "Do you comprehend?" the person basically means that do you understand? So comprehension is a part of English which has to do with understanding a group of words or sentences. So basically, what helps you to understand sentences is your feet or your basics in grammar. It's your ability to write, your ability to read. All these help you to make good meaning out of a sentence. So it's very important that you develop your ability to comprehend group of sentences so that you can make meaningful meaning out of it and not miss any meaning from it. So today we are going to talk about comprehension and the various types and the questions that comes with comprehension. So with comprehension we have so many types. We have those that has to do with literal comprehension. It means with the sentence once you read you are supposed to just understand. We have those that have to do with reorganization, where you read something and you organize it again in your mind. That's We have ones that have to do with prediction. We have ones that have to do with making inferences, making conclusions. We have ones that have to do with evaluating or analyzing something. And we have one that has to do with after reading or understanding, you make your personal input. So let's look at the one literal comprehension. This is the type of comprehension which is straightforward. You read, you understand, you read, you understand. It's direct. So the understanding of the straightforward meaning of the text, it has to do with facts, it has to do with vocabulary, dates, times, and locations. So this one is just straightforward. So it doesn't require a lot of thinking process. Okay, it's just straightforward. You read like the boy goes to school, the man is walking. They are just things or facts and vocabularies that have been put to in there. Or 21st of May is my birthday, or was his birthday. These are just dates and times, and they are used for literal comprehension. So we have the reorganization part, which is a literal understanding of the text. So students use information from various parts of the text for additional understanding. So what happens is that with the reorganization, when you read something, probably in the beginning, you might have to make meaning of it when you get to the middle, like refer back to it when you get to the middle. So it has to do with making meaning of a part that you've already read, but then the next time you see something similar, you remember, or you remember that yes, this happened. Okay, so it stays in your mind. That's the reorganization. So it has to do with understanding the text. So if you didn't understand the previous part, then it's very difficult to understand the middle part. We also have prediction. So prediction has to do to determine what might happen next or after a story ends. Students use their understanding of the passage, knowledge of the topic, and related matters. So in a systemic fashion, varieties of prediction, we have prediction while reading and after reading. So usually if you are reading a storybook, this is where you actually use the prediction, where after the page you can actually predict what is going to happen. Okay, so if you are able to predict, then it means that you actually understand what's happened. Okay, so while reading too, you can actually do that process of predicting what is going to come next. Then it means that you are understanding what you are reading. You also have inferences. Inferences simply means conclusion, deriving conclusion. So This way, it involves students combining their literal understanding of the text with their own knowledge and intuitions. So you read something, you can actually make a conclusion of it. For example, let's say you have a story or a writing which says that so the man went up the hill, and then after a while in the dark there was a sound of a lion. You can actually make literal inference that probably the man, so let's say after the sound of the lion there was a scream from the man, so you can actually make conclusion that the man would be what, eaten by the lion. It's a literal inference. Evaluation. So evaluation is analyzing. It requires the learner to give a global or comprehensive judgment about some aspect of the text. So in this way, you realize that after reading a text, you actually sit there and analyze that no, this is not right, this is correct, this didn't happen well, this is does not conform to normal standards. So you actually make analysis of the whole thing you are reading, and this actually shows that you are understanding or comprehending what you are reading. Personal response. So personal response, it requires readers to respond with their feeling for the text and subject. The answers are not found in the text, they come straightly from readers. So usually at the end of the comprehension, certain questions are given, and sometimes you are required to give your personal response. So with your personal response, you are supposed to actually say things that you think about the text, not something that has been written in the text already. So it could be how you feel about this character, how you feel about the situation. So it's your personal experience after reading the text. So let's look at objectives of reading tests. So why comprehension? Why reading comprehension? So the reason why tests are given after reading comprehension is to improve your vocabulary. In certain instances, you are given words to find meaning to. Okay, so to improve your vocabulary, to also improve your grammar and your logical thought ability, especially that one. So some tips for improving reading skills: practice reading every day. You should read different fields to improve your vocabulary. Take notes all new words and learn them. Try to answer all the questions. After answering all the questions, check the key and read the passage again to find out the mistakes you have faced and deeply understand the passage you have read. That is very important. If you understand the passage you have read, it's likely that 99.9% of the time you will answer all the questions. So let's look at some reading techniques. If you want to read, there are certain techniques you can use. We have scanning, we have skimming, we have intense reading and extensive reading. So scanning, you try to find a particular piece of information. You read from top to down of the text quickly to find out specific information you need. So it's like just going to as fast to find out certain things. Now scanning is usually done if you've understood, you've done intensive reading, okay, and you want to scan for maybe a word or two to actually read that part, it's good to use scanning. Skimming, you try to gather most important information as quickly as possible to read from the top to down of the text quickly and note important information. So when you're skimming too, it's also fast, but then you try to find out key information from the text. Intensive reading, you find details of specific information, okay, and extensive reading, you find general information on the passage. So extensive reading means you read everything in total, okay. So it's good to use three or more of reading techniques to actually understand what you are reading. So let's look at some types of reading comprehension tests. Usually comes in multiple choice, which you'll be getting a lot, short answer questions, and true or false questions. And once in a while, you get your personal response coming in, where you give your own response. So this week or this week and then the next we'll be doing a lot of comprehension, English reading comprehension. So prepare for them, read a lot, practice more, so that you can be able to solve or answer the comprehensions I give. Until we meet again, have a nice day and enjoy your day. Bye bye.